What's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a great day today. And today I'm back with a brand new Ark Survival Evolved video. Now before we start, I am using a different mic. I'm not at my normal setup, so if it's a little bad, then I apologize. But in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I get 60 element every 10 to 15 minutes. Now in order to get, just to show, I got about 661 element here. So I do in fact have quite a bit of element. Now just to start off, there are going to be a couple prerequisites you guys have to do in order to be able to get 60 element every 10 to 15 minutes. One of them is you do need some pretty good Rexes, some pretty decent Rexes. I know if you guys are on Xbox PvE, probably can't help everyone, but these are my Rex stats. If you guys need some Rexes on Xbox PvE, I can hook you guys up, but you don't need Rexes with these good stats. What we will be doing is just defeating the Gamma boss on the center. That is how I get my element, because my main base is on the center. So I'm going to hop over to the center, and then I'm going to go over, 12 minutes? So after 12 minutes, we're going to hop over to Crystal Isles. I think I said the center a minute ago. We're going to hop over to Crystal Isles. And the whole reason why we have to go to Crystal Isles is because all of the artifacts are just stupidly easy to get on Crystal Isles. To get them on the center, you got to delve deep into a crap ton of caves where there's hundreds of snakes, spiders, yada yada yada. And while I could do that, why would I, when I can just go to Crystal Isles and it's on top of a cliff with no dinos that spawn on there? You can just go grab it. You can fly up there and grab it on the top of the cliff on Crystal Isles. Why would I even worry about going into a cave on the center with hundreds of things that are trying to aggro me, when it takes longer, even with this timer, just because what we are going to be doing is I have a bed next to every artifact that you need on Crystal Isles. So using the Fjordhawk, I think I mentioned you have to have a Fjordhawk. You don't actually have to have a Fjordhawk, but it's going to take longer than 10 to 15 minutes because you're going to have to fly to each location to get the artifact. So you don't have to have a Fjordhawk, but if you want to do it in 10 to 15 minutes, you have to have a Fjordhawk, because that way you can use the bed and travel to the other bed, and the Fjordhawk will bring you your things. So that way it makes it way quicker. And then you'll just be into the next boss battle in no time, because you just hop over there for a couple minutes, grab the artifacts, and hop back, and you're already in a boss battle, rinse and repeat. So I will be back after this cooldown timer is over. Also quickly, while I'm waiting for the cooldown, I'm dehydrated again? Jesus Christ. While we're waiting for the countdown, I just want to point out, if you guys are on Xbox PvE, if you guys do want to do some dino trading, I got Reapers. I'm about to hatch another Reaper in 3 hours and 13 minutes. It's a 145 with 75 extra XP levels. So I can clone Reapers. I got Voidwyrms. I got Basilisks, all black rock drakes. If you guys are on PvE and you want some dinos or you want to trade, let me know in the comments. Alright, so now that the timer is done, you guys will want to travel to any Crystal Isles server. And once we get over here, you'll see all the beds I have set up. That's where all the artifacts are. So we're going to go to my base first, because I have to get the Fjordhawk at the base. And I don't have anything too crazy. I mean, you guys don't have to set up anything crazy. I just have 2 ocean platforms set up. I mean, that's pretty much all I have. I have a cloner, because there is element shards over here. You can clone stuff. But I mean, you don't have to have anything crazy. I just have my, if you guys don't have dedicated storages, you can have storage bins. But once I get my artifacts, you know, I throw them in here. I might go for 2-3 runs. That way, if I go for a boss battle over on the center and I want to go for a couple more, I just hop over here real quick and then travel back, and I can go through a couple boss battles back to back. So we're going to go to the first artifact. I'm going to run you guys through how I normally do this. I have the Fjordhawk. Once again, if you don't have a Fjordhawk, you can fly there. And you'll notice I am freezing once I get here. So I go out here. You don't have to go out here. If you have a Fjordhawk, they changed it to where the Fjordhawk doesn't spawn with you immediately. It like flies to you after 10 to 15 seconds. So now that it does that, a couple times if I stay inside, my stuff will go on top of the base and not inside the base. So I kind of just stand out here, because that way it'll be on the ground every time. And the reason I brought one of these guys, one of the reasons is because you see the artifacts down here. Now what you can do is you can put a sleeping bag down here to then transfer, because once you're down here, there's no way to climb back up. You can't go here. It's too steep. I say it's too steep. Okay, well I don't think you can climb up that way, but that's why I have this guy, so I can get back up. And I almost jumped off the side of the mountain. Try not to do that, because that's not good. But see, now you can get back up. I also forgot that is why I brought this, so I wouldn't be freezing. And then you'll need a raptor or one of these later on. So yeah, I would bring a raptor or a dino. Dino? If you guys know how to pronounce this, Dino, I'm just calling it Dino. You guys will need a Dino or a raptor to do this, and especially if you're trying to get up that little cliff right there, you'll need a Dino, because a raptor can't jump like that. So we're going to go to the next spot. You guys see, rinse and repeat. If I'm not talking over this, I would have left 20 seconds ago. It's just real quick. You grab and go. It takes longer for the Fjordhawk to get here than it does for me to go grab the artifact, which is so annoying that they changed it. Because usually, or used to, the Fjordhawk would just spawn with you right there at the bed the second you spawn. Now you gotta wait for it to spawn, and it takes longer than it takes to even go grab the artifact. You get the stuff. I'm going to leave him right there for the second. I'm going to run in here, grab the artifact, and then we'll be off to the next spot. Now also, you get 60 every 10 to 15 minutes. That also does depend on the transfer timer. If you get absolutely screwed with a 15-minute transfer timer, then, there's not much you can do with that. At that point, if I see a 15-minute transfer timer, I'm just going to go get more artifacts. And it takes less than 15 minutes to go get artifacts. Like, you could probably go for two artifact runs before the timer counts down from 15. It depends on how fast you go. So since this one's close by, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this before the Fjordhawk even spawns in here. But you see how easy these are. They're just on the top of a mountain, on top of a cliff. Now the first one we went to is a little tricky because it's at like the far side of the Arctic. So as long as you have fur armor, you'll be absolutely fine. But if you don't have fur armor, you're probably going to freeze to death before you get to it. But see, that was nice, quick, and easy. Then we just go to the next one that's going to be at the bottom of a little river, and there are no piranhas in this river, which thank God that wild card didn't put piranhas in this river. It would be a huge pain in the ass. But since there aren't piranhas in the river, you're fine. Then once again, we're going to wait for the hawk. Sometimes RGs spawn here. So that's why also at the beginning when I first did this, I just put one foundation in the bed, and it auto decayed after a day. because there wasn't enough structures, I don't think. So that's why I have micro bases at every spot, not because I wanted to, but because it auto-decayed after a day, which I still do not understand auto-decays. But here's the next one. Once again, I know I'm not showing exact GPS coordinates, but there are tons of videos on YouTube with exact coordinates, and I didn't bring a GPS anyway, so if you guys need exact coordinates, you know, those videos are out there. I'm sure there are hundreds, so I don't need to make another one of those videos. Then we go to the next spot, and the very last spot we'll go to is why you'll need a raptor or a dino, because there actually is one thing that will aggro you that may get in the way. You may not need one, but I would bring one just in case. Because, I mean, when they do, I'll just show you guys when we get there. I'll try not to explain. I'll just show you what I'm talking about instead of trying to explain right now. There we go, quick and easy. He already landed. We grab it, and we're on to the next spot. But you see, once you do this after 10-15 times, you pretty much know exactly what to do, where to go, and you know it's quick. It's quick. It really does. I wish they didn't change the Fjordhawk. I wish it just spawned with you at the bed, because it really is annoying that it takes longer for the Fjordhawk to spawn than it takes to go get the artifacts. Like it doubles the amount of time this takes, pretty much. So I'm going to leave him in here. And this is why you'll need a raptor or a dino or maybe a rock drake. Obviously you can't take flyers because I think it'll kick you off. And there also might not even be any of these because I was just here not long ago for artifacts, but there are, I forget what they're called. They start with an M. Yeah, it doesn't appear any new ones have spawned because I just killed quite a few of them when I was here last. But they're poisonous lizards is what they look like, and if they bite you once, like, you're gonna die. Because they have like a poison effect that lasts like 15 seconds, and you're dead by, you know, when 5 seconds are left. Like, you're gonna die. But they'll spawn here on the staircase, and there's no way to get past them because they will attack you. 2 or 3 might spawn down here, another 1 or 2 on this staircase. Like, normally there's no way to get past these because there's only that one staircase up. So I would definitely advise to bring a raptor or a dino, because now, while they do spawn and say they're like right here where the dino is, if you're just running right past it and it's over there in the corner, it's not going to aggro you. So if you get lucky and they're not spawned on the staircase, you won't need a raptor. But, you know, why wish for that when you can just bring one just to, you know, just in case. I guess if you don't have a raptor, then, you know, just hope for the best, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But that's pretty much it. We already have all the artifacts, and now what we do is we just head back to base and hope we have a good timer, because like I said earlier, the main thing that determines how quick this goes is the cooldown timer. Alright, I don't have anything in my inventory, so I don't know yet. I hope it's not 15 minutes though. That's for damn sure. I hope it's like a minute. Come on, where is he? There he is. Also, if you guys do decide to make a ocean platform base, stand here on this part and not like say where you have ceilings for floor, because I've stood here a couple times and my stuff will spawn and go through the floor and go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Oh, thank God. Look at that. You couldn't have timed this any better. You literally couldn't have timed this any better. So yeah, spawn here because it hasn't fallen through once. And I think just because it's ceilings here, it falls through sometimes. But since we got so blessed, we're going to go and transfer back. But say there was 14, 15 minutes, I just pop them in my storages over here and go for another run. You can maybe get two, you could at least get one. Depending on how fast you go, you could get 2 runs in. And also, you could do 2 of these. Like say now that this, there's no timer, but you don't mind staying and going for another run, you go ahead and upload these artifacts into the Ark data. And then you go for another run. So when you go back, then you have 2 sets of artifacts. You can do 2 boss battles back to back without having to transfer to Crystal Isles. That's what I normally do. But anyway, I'm just showing you guys what works best for me, so I maximize my time. Just want to point out, if you guys hate the center, never want to play on the center, well, that's fine. You can just have your cloning base or your replicator base. You just have a small little starter base and your replicator on the center. You just go here to make your tech items or clone dinos and then go back to wherever you want to go. So you don't have to necessarily, be on the center, love the center to be able to do this. And also, like I mentioned, this is on the island as well. It's not the same because on the center arena, it has both bosses in one. On the island, I think it's just one or the other. It's not in the same arena. So you probably also don't get as much element by doing one. With this, you're getting element from both. But if you're just fighting the one, you're probably just getting the 40 or the 20 element from whichever one you fight. But now that we have the artifacts, I already have my Rexes at the obelisk. So we're going to hop into the boss battle quickly and then just show you guys, how straightforward it is. It sounds like a lot, but once you have everything set up, it really is pretty easy. As someone who's tried getting element from extinction, doing the nodes, or taking a Doedicurus and destroying the the tables and stuff, and you get quite a bit of element from tables by getting, I must say, the one thing that trumps this is getting element from Ragnarok. Not Ragnarok, what am I saying? Element from Gen 2. But I kind of already just have this set up, and I don't have any bases on Gen 2. So if you guys do want element but don't want to do it like this, Gen 2, you can get a lot of element just by hand over on Gen 2. That's the only thing I would say is maybe easier than this. But also Crystal Isles, like I mentioned, you can get element shards from Crystal Isles and turn that into element. That it's kind of fine, and the only problem is I have a Strider. If you took the Strider over there, it's on a mountain, so you wouldn't be able to get to all the elements. It's just kind of tricky to try and get all the element. I don't know why I'm standing here. We could go ahead and start it. Let me throw this guy out, because why not? Can't fit. Come on. There we go. Okay. Don't we have another? Yeah, he's over there. Okay. So once again, you do not need this many Rexes and Dinos. You maybe can do this with 3 Rexes with the stats that I have. Now, obviously, you may not have the same stats, but these guys will shred these bosses. Okay. Okay, we have everybody. And I grabbed the wrong Rexes because these Rexes have every single stat pumped into melee and some health. But I usually bring at least one Rex that has a couple points into stamina, because the stamina's already running out, as you guys can see. These only have 420, which is literally as low as it possibly can go, because all the other stats are in melee and health. and stamina is already out. We're just gonna walk slow. Alright, and he's coming to meet us. That's good. I'm going to check my other Dino that I already had here before we move on. Just because I already put him through a couple boss battles, and when I last checked his... Oh shoot. Yeah, I don't want that to happen yet. Okay, you guys killed him. Okay, they're dead. Let me check the Dino here. Not that one. Where's the other one? You. Oh, yeah, let me cryo you. Your health is low. I don't want you dying on me now, bro. Okay. Let's make sure he didn't have the element on him. Okay, he did not. Alright, now let's carry on. That's something I would check for if you guys use raptors. He possibly would have died if I didn't just cryo him, because Broodmother does a bit of health. Ooh. Come on, Spider. I'm not even going to move. I'm trying to let Spider come to me. Here we go. Come on, a little closer. You see these Rexes have absolutely shredded the boss. Where the boss is. I mean, they don't even stand a chance. Oh, and normally, you guys will need fur armor. I went a little heavy-handed on the fortitude. I have 30 fortitude. I would never put 30 fortitude. You know, I stop at usually 15. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, normally you guys will need some fur armor to be able to do this battle. Because normally you'll freeze to death. Where's the element? Better have some gosh darn element. Okay, there's 40. Where's the other 20 elements? This has happened before, where sometimes it just did not give me the element for whatever reason. There it is. Okay. So 60 element, just like that. So now if I wanted to do another battle, I would just leave the Rexes where they were at the obelisk. I would even transfer from the obelisk straight to Crystal Isles, grab the artifact straight from the dedicated storages, immediately transfer back, and boom. You can hop right into another boss battle. It's as easy as that once you get all the preliminary things done. Oh shoot, they're still set to follow. Let's not do that. But I mean that's pretty much the video. That's how I get my element. You know, this may not work for some people, especially if you're on PvP. If you have Rexes like this, you know, it's fine, but if you don't, you're trying to get Rexes, I feel like it would be hard to trade with people. Just, you know, I don't know. I played PvP 3-4 years ago, but I don't know, it wasn't for me. But that's pretty much it. Once again, if you guys need dinos or eggs, let me know. I'll put everything I can offer, clones and eggs, in the description. If you guys want to look at that and you want to trade with me, that's totally fine. Now, if you're watching this a year from now, I may not be playing a year from now, so, you know, in the next 5 to 6 months, if you're watching this video and want some eggs or dinos, let me know, and I'm totally up for trading. But that's it. That's how I get my element. If you guys have a better way of how you guys get elements, you know, let me know. Maybe, you know, it could be better than my method. But that's been it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.